Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back, honey. And if you are here for the first time, thank you for stopping by. I hope you stay. I hope you stick around. Take a tour. You just might like it. Actually, I know you will. So in today's video, I will be giving you a review, if you will, of the Qlaira pill. So in my last video where I was giving an update of what's been going on with me physically, emotionally, mental health wise, I mentioned that I stopped taking Qlaira towards the end of December because of the debilitating side effects of the fact that I was just not coping. And so that was just like a brief overview. And I'm here with more of an extensive review. I'll be talking about the side effects, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, how I dealt with things like nausea, etc., etc., etc. So I have here a, not a box, but it's a pill packet thingy for Qlaira. I don't know, I don't have like the fancy name for it, but this is what it looks like, right? And then when you open it up, it looks like a general contraceptive, right? So 28 days, you take it for 28 days, 14 top bottom, and this is just what it looks like. If you've taken Qlaira before, you know what it looks like. If you don't, you're welcome. So I stopped taking it, like I said, towards the end of November, simply because I just couldn't handle it. So the symptoms, the side effects of Qlaira include breast discomfort, nausea, weight gain, weight loss, headaches, as well as muscular pain for some people, but it's not, like I said, like I always say, when it comes to any kind of medication, these things treat people differently. So among the side effects, I've only experienced like a few of them. Some people have experienced all of them. It depends. And so among these side effects, I really experienced intense headaches. They felt like migraines, and as well as breast discomfort. This was not new to me because I've experienced this with Bazan. It's just like trickled over to the next kind of medication that I started taking. And so it's important for you to remember, guys, that Qlaira isn't like Bazan. Bazan is generally used to treat endometriosis, and Qlaira is a contraceptive. This is why it looks the way it does. But most of the pills do come in this like 28-day cycle format, whatever. I was just putting that out there. And so most gynecologists or physicians have prescribed Qlaira to their patients because a lot of women with endometriosis struggle with pelvic pain, and it helps in treating that. And for me, it really helped to treat that. So with my experience is really crazy because initially things were going very well. They probably weren't going as well. It's just a thing of comparison where I was comparing one drug to another. So comparing Bazan to Qlaira. So I started taking Qlaira for the first few weeks. My period came back and I was excited. I told everybody that I knew. One of my friends was like, "Oh girl, your period is back, your hormones are regulated, we're good." And I thought we were good. And then, but with everything, nothing is as rosy as it seems. Nothing is 100%. Nothing is perfect, and Qlaira is not a perfect girl. So my period was back, and I stopped being worried about how my body was functioning, how my reproductive system was functioning. I stopped worrying about my fertility because things were getting back on track. And so like I said before, I'm not the type to get headaches. I've never been the type to get headaches. And the migraines / headaches, I'll use these words interchangeably. Very ignorant of me because I know it's not the same, but yeah, bear with me. And so how the migraines would work with Qlaira is they would be so out of the blue. Just like out of the blue, they hit you like a ton of bricks and you are on the ground and you cannot function. And so normally, I showed you the still pains. I'll insert a picture here or here. I take still pain painkillers for the pain associated with endometriosis, the pelvic pain, the pain in the joints, the back pain and things like that. And so I wasn't expecting to just keep going, reaching for those still pains for headaches. You know what I mean? And I knew that it's not stress related. I mean, of course, I was in my honors year, and honors is quite intense, but it's nothing I'm not used to. You know, the Vits age. I knew the Vits age. I conquered the Vits age. I just knew that this is not school related. It's not academic stress related. I was doing a couple of other things on the side. I knew that I've already set a lot of things on my plate, and the aim has always been to eat. So I think I've programmed myself to be able to manage everything that life throws at me. So it wasn't external. It was coming from within. It was coming from the inside. And so you're on a scale of 1 to 10. These migraines were on an 11. And it's like I would feel them. Normally people feel migraines like by their forehead area. I felt the migraine in the same area, to the point where my sister has hormonal headaches. She suffers from those. And so I think to some extent I could relate to her plight, right? And so it got to the extent where she came up with this method where she didn't come up with it, she introduced it to me, where you take two wet cloths or rags, and you put, the cold one must be behind your neck, the warm one must be on your forehead at the same time. And what it does is, I don't know, I think it really relaxes your muscles, and it just like calms down your head, because you feel as though like something is sitting against it and you can't do anything, you can't even breathe. Laughing was painful. I remember one night where I just couldn't handle it anymore. I took like 3 painkillers. I usually take 2. I took 3 on that day, and I went to bed. It was like 6. I went to bed. I was like, you know what, it doesn't matter, I have deadlines, I have things that need my attention, but I am dying. I quite literally felt like I was dying. And I was in bed, and my sister came with the rags, and then after like 30 minutes she'd come and she'd change them, because you have to reheat the warm one, and the cold one is fine. It's just, just to make it like more effective, you put it in cold water again, just so it has a similar effect as before. And then she did that, and she'd come and check on me. I wasn't even able to speak to her. She'd be like, how are you feeling? And I can't even speak, I can't even open my eyes. Opening my eyes was really like, it was labor. And speaking was just even worse. I couldn't even listen to music, because if you've had headaches that are really intense, or you're the kind of person who suffers from headaches, you know that even someone coming into the room and speaking to you can quite literally make you run mad, because it's just a lot. You don't want any noise, you don't want any movement around you, because you feel like your head is cracking. And that's just how I felt. I cannot downplay this. I think to the people in my life, I think I downplay my symptoms a lot, because I don't want them to feel sorry for me. Or I'd say something to my mom, and then her face would change, and then I'm just like, no, but it's not that bad, I'm okay. So, but with this, I cannot downplay it. It was intense. It was really, really bad. And these migraines would persist day after day. They'd give me maybe a day break in between. So if it's a Monday, I had a migraine on Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, there's nothing. And then Thursday comes back with full force. And I'm just like, I feel like I've just been knocked down, dead. And it wasn't working. I'm a busy girl. I have a lot on my plate. Like I said, I do a lot of things. A lot of people need my attention. A lot of things need my attention. It is not sustainable for me to be pinned down on my bed in fetal position because of endometriosis related pain. So I was trying to sort that out. And then on top of that, I have to deal with a headache. I feel like maybe it's my own thing, but with the pain that I experience, like pelvic pain, abdominal pain, you can't do certain things. You can't do certain things if you've taken painkillers. I mean, I can. As opposed to a headache, like, your head is the source of everything. Like, once that is like really intense and it's not working out well, you really can't do anything. And I felt as though these migraines were hampering me. They were hampering my productivity. They were like holding me back from doing the things that I need to do, doing the things that are demanded of me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying endometriosis related pain. I'm saying because of how I've experienced it, the frequency at which I've experienced it, and how my pain tolerance has increased due to it, I feel as though I was able to function more with that pain. Of course, after having taken painkillers and having a hot water bottle and the suppositories at my disposal. But I feel as though I was able to do more things with that pain compared to having a headache, because I feel like your head is the source of everything, and I just couldn't. That's just me. So don't take my words out of context. Don't, let's not do that. So then so it was the migraines, the back pain. The back pain was just back pain. I still don't know how to deal with back pain. If I'm working, I'd normally put a cushion behind me and have that like added support. But apart from that, I haven't come across something that works in treating, or that helps in I don't know, improving back pain. Once I figure that out, I'll definitely share it. I want to try though heat patches later on in the year, because it's too early to be trying all these different things. I want to try heat patches and putting those on my back, and maybe that could work. But we'll circle back to this sometime during the year. And apart from that, the nausea was also really, really bad. And I feel like with every once you start taking a different medication to what you're used to, your body will react in different ways. And I feel like my body normally reacts in terms of nausea. If there's a side effect that I will experience, it will be nausea. And so I really doubled down on the teas. My mom bought me lemongrass tea. I was drinking ginger tea, lemongrass and ginger. I was really, if there's anything in my body that is really consistently there, and there's a lot of that, it must be ginger. It just must be ginger because of the rate at which I was taking it, ingesting it, and my mom started putting ginger in like food because it was just intense. And so I was really drinking a lot of ginger tea. Ever since I stopped taking Qlaira, I don't experience nausea at all. I don't drink that tea. I haven't had ginger tea in a while now, ever since I stopped taking it. The migraines, they come and they go. I think right now I take it almost as though it's the Qlaira working its way out of my body, and like the final, the last kicks of a dying horse. I take it as that. And also, it's a very stressful time. I'm very anxious. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very anxious. I'm a little bit stressed about the future. Things are different now. I'm not hurling myself into a different academic program this year. Prospects are different. I'm thinking about different things, praying about different things, hoping those work out. It's a different phase in my life. I've stepped into a different era, and that's a little bit stressful. So that could be a reason for the migraines. So we'll see towards the end of January, when things have started to take shape and things have calmed down, and we're not really fighting in the spirit of New Year, trying to get all these things done. We'll see. So that's just how that's been. The breast discomfort, towards my period, my boobs would grow. And I mean, that's nothing to complain about. That's nothing to complain about. I don't think there's a woman who hates it when that happens. But it wouldn't just be the growth, it would be pain. And so they would be heavy. Like I'd take off a bra and I literally feel them fall. Like it's like you could now, it's like the bra is the support. It's like they're up there. The minute you take it off, it's like boom, and you feel that. And they felt painful. It felt like I was lagging around two watermelons. And it felt like puberty. Like if someone would tap me on the chest, I would literally cry. And so that has also stopped. More than anything, I'm really grateful because the intense things I dealt with through Qlaira have really stopped. I stopped taking the medication and those things stopped. It's just a few bits and bobs here. Like I said, when things are working their way out of your system, it takes longer for some people for different kinds of medication. Sometimes it's days, sometimes it's weeks or months. And so we're in that phase. And also it hasn't been that long since I stopped taking Qlaira. Come on guys, it's like been a month. So the Qlaira is still in my body no matter how much water I drink, and I drink a lot of water to flush these things out. It's still there. So we're gonna deal with this for a little while, but it's okay. And then my mental health. Normally when I do start taking medication, I feel very down, like down below the surface. We're talking depressive episodes, not wanting to get out of bed, not wanting to interact with anyone, not wanting to do things that I normally do. That happened with Vizan when I started taking it, the early stages of Vizan, and then I got over that. With Qlaira, there was none of that. I'm just thinking, like, I was very excited. I was very, very excited, and I really jumped from Vizan to Qlaira. So a lot of things could have been lost hormonally, could have been lost in the mix, right? So I stopped taking Qlaira on a Friday, and I stopped taking Vizan on a Friday, and I was taking Qlaira on the next Sunday. So also these things it could be just like a mix of everything. When you deal with chronic pain, you expect your body to be a mixed bag of hormones, and it's like you're pumping your body with so many pills that sometimes you don't know which side effect is from what. If it's fatigue, do you attribute it to the painkillers you're taking, or to a different kind of medication that you stopped taking like 2 weeks ago? So it's just a lot. But I really hope that this is helpful for someone. And if you are thinking of taking Qlaira, you walk in there prepared. One thing about having like endometriosis or related chronic illnesses is not a lot of people talk about these things. There aren't a lot of people who are critiquing their medication or sharing their experiences. You really have to like dig deep, and so you're really walking into these situations blindly. I started taking Qlaira because Visan wasn't working for me in terms of like the pain had gone and then it came back. And so I think my gynae was, her aim was to regulate my hormones, and I think I experienced that. I experienced the hormone regulation. I started to feel normal again. I started to feel my body the way I would, the way I've experienced it over the years, right? So I was reading Viola Davis's memoir, Finding Me, and somewhere along the memoir, she was talking about how a lot of people are in their bodies. People from specific backgrounds, like people who are privileged, well off, whatever you name it, they are in their bodies. And I feel like most people who are in their bodies don't have to worry about pain. They aren't self-conscious about the way they look or how they interact or how they'll be received by people. And one of the things with having a chronic illness is you are constantly in your body, but you want out. You want to be out of there, because being in your body means you are in pain. Being in your body means you are uncomfortable. Being in your body means you have these experiences that you can't articulate. You can't express yourself in the best way possible. And so right now, I really feel like I'm in my body in the most positive way, because I know what certain things are. I know how to handle them, and they aren't coming at me like 5,000 things at once. It's not overwhelming. I don't feel like I'm ducking and diving from knives or whatever. And so this is why I stopped taking Qlaira. And this is why I'm leaning more towards more holistic treatments, more holistic methods of treating endo, more holistic methods of treating period pains and things like that, and dealing with the things that are really, really, really causing all this pain in my pelvis or in my back or whatever. And so going forward, I will be sharing what I eat. I'm coming up with a nice series. So Endometriosis Awareness Month is in March. So in February, I have really exciting things lined up just to celebrate that, just to usher in the celebratory spirit, because talking about these things is very life affirming, it's life changing, and it's also quite heartwarming. I came across a tweet on X. I want to say Twitter so badly. But anyway, I came across a tweet on X, and this woman had tweeted about how another woman had died from period pains. And in the comment section, people didn't know how that was possible. People didn't know what to attribute her death to, because like, since in this world that we live in, it's so impossible, it's so mind-boggling to even like conceptualize or even imagine or even fathom the fact that period pain could be so intense to the point where it knocks you down. And so people were talking about she probably had stage 4 endometriosis. Someone said she had an ulcer. But at the end of the day, it just goes back to the stigma around reproductive issues, women's reproductive issues. There's a lot of misogyny in the healthcare system. There's a lot of epistemic violence, and women are always, being a woman is just like, you are the object of ridicule, scandal, gaslighting, whatever. And it's even worse when you have to deal with a chronic illness. And so for me, what has been really affirming is the fact that I'm able to go out and do this research and find ways or methods or be able to do things that won't put my body in jeopardy, that won't put my body in harm's way, that won't affect me years and years going down the line. And so I spoke about it in my previous video about how I didn't go on with the surgery that I had told you guys about, the laparoscopic surgery I was supposed to have gotten in December, for this reason, because I feel like women should have options. You should be able to have alternatives. You should be able to exercise your agency. If you take a kind of medication and it's not really treating your body as well as you would have liked, then stop it. You are not married to your medicine. Just like my gynae says, you are not married to any kind of medication. You take it, you don't like it, you stop it. And if you feel as though being pumped with medication and hormones all the time is not working for you, it's not serving you, it's really putting you down under, then honey, let's do this together. Let's find alternatives. I saw on TikTok there's that trend where you can use is it castor oil? Something castor oil. We'll try that. I'm in a space right now where I'm open and I'm willing to try other things. I'm really tired. I'm really tired of taking medication. I'm really tired of just having my body feel like it's not mine. I'm really tired of feeling like I'm not in my body. Like, I feel like when you deal with a chronic illness, you are not in your body. The pain is in your body. The illness is in your body. Whatever it is that you're taking is in your body. And it's like you have been kicked out. And I was just really tired of that. That's why I stopped taking Qlaira. For those of you who have been taking Qlaira and it's been working for you, I'm really happy. I'm really happy that you found something that works, something that really makes you feel like you're living or you're human. So stick with that. I'm still on the hunt. It's like when you go shopping. You go into a store, you try something on, you don't like the fit, you try something else, you don't like the feel, you try something else. Eventually, you go to a different store. And so that's what we're doing here. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to come on here and talk about these things and share my experiences and have other women come to me. It's been so heartwarming to have my DMs filled with women who are like, actually, I didn't know that this could be endometriosis. I didn't know if this could be this, PCOS or whatever. Thank you for talking. It is the worst thing to sit here and really open my mouth and talk about what I'm dealing with and talk about what's been like killing me. But it's also been very freeing, it's been liberating, it's been affirming. And like that woman who has tweeted about on X, nothing really annoys me, unsettles me, upsets me to the core, like misogyny, like epistemic violence. And slowly but surely, I know that we'll get there. It's just a thing of you advocating for yourself and putting yourself first and really speaking about these things. So that was it. My 2 cents on Qlaira. And if you have anything else to share, if your experience was different, please talk about that in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation. If you have questions about Qlaira that you'd like me to address in another video, please let me know. I'm here for the people. I'm here for the people, honey. And thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, turn on your post notifications because, like I said this a long time ago, so I'll just say it again. I don't have a consistent posting schedule, so I post when I can. I post when I have the capacity. Let's just work together. Turn on those post notifications so you can watch another episode of the End of Diaries. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
So many things are changing. I'm in a world that's breaking.